Evolve is the new game from Turtle Rock Studios. It's one of the few games that delivers on what it actually promises. The concept is that one of your buddies can be the monster and 4 of you guys can hunt him down. And now for the good. The graphics in the game are excellent. From the lighting to the textures to the plants to the weather changes, everything makes the world seem more and more alive. The world is filled with wildlife that is both dangerous to the monsters and the hunters, from man-eating plants to giant toads hidden as rocks. The sound design of the game is excellent as well, from the sounds of the birds running away from the monster to the sound of the monster's footstep as he closes in on you.
Look to the sky! It scared the birds!
I'm firing on the lion! I'm also shouting my internal monologue! I don't know why, I just want to fit in!
The map design of the game is pretty decent as well. It spans both vertical and horizontal, leading to multiple patterns of movement throughout the map. As a hunter, the game lets you play between 4 different classes: the Assault, the Support, the Medic, and the Trapper. The class system in the game is very well defined. Each class has a specific role. The Assault is a damage dealer of the group. The Support is a secondary damage dealer of the group. The Medic heals, and the Trapper tracks down the monster and traps him in an arena. But these classes aren't restricted to their class descriptions. The Medic mainly is a healer, but in the game he's also the guy that takes down the armor of the monster. The Support acts as a secondary medic who can provide shields for teammates or revive fallen teammates by cloaking up. It prevents each class from just being a staple of the exact class that it's supposed to be. At the same time, prevents them from being a one-man assault team by themselves. Each class comes with 3 subclass variants which drastically change how you play those classes. Maggie tracks the monster using her pet trap jaw. Abe tracks the monster using his tracking darts, which he can use on the monster or any of the wildlife. If any of the monsters eat the wildlife, then it gets tracked as well. Playing as the monster is one of the most awesome things in the game. The monster evolves from stage to stage by feeding on the wildlife. As the monster evolves, you can see it becoming more of a challenge to the hunters. Playing as the monster requires you to stealthily move around the map without being detected, while at the same time trying to consume the wildlife to evolve to become a much more powerful monster and finally taking out the hunters or destroying the power relay. The monster class has 3 variants: the Goliath, the Kraken, and the Wraith. The Goliath is the bruiser of the group, who mainly concentrates on melee damage from throwing rocks to leap pouncing on his enemies. The Kraken is the ranged monster of the group, which concentrates on lightning attacks from range and throwing mines which track the hunters and then damages them. The Wraith is the stealth class of the group that uses quick, fast melee attacks to do damage on the hunters. It also sends out a clone as a diversion to get a quick escape. Each monster felt unique and it had its own playstyle that I had to master. What I loved about the game was the level of cooperation required. A good group would take on a level 3 monster with ease, whereas a disoriented group would struggle to kill a level 1 monster. The AI in the game is well designed. They can hold their own in a fight, but I often found them lacking against experienced players and often finding myself picking up their slack. And now for the bad. The game has so little content to offer. It has a total of 3 monsters and 12 subclasses. It took me about 4 days to unlock all classes and all the monsters. It took me a week and a half to use all the classes, all their weapons against every monster in every map. After 3 weeks, the game exhausts all options it has. Limited content makes the outcome of matches into basically 3 variants. The tracker of your group sucks. It causes the game to kind of break down. It basically leads to a 15-minute stall of just chasing around the monster and then finding yourself in a 2-minute fight. Or a successful chase which ends in a 2-minute fight at the start of the match. Or an all-out fight that keeps you on your toes throughout the match. The third variant is the best kind and is also the rarest. The most common, however, is the first variant, which is the most boring of them all. Also, the objectives to unlock the subclasses seem to be contrary to the gameplay. Oftentimes, I found myself straying away from the objective and trying to get my grenade damage up so that I could play on the next class. The concept felt really dumb as it prevented me from playing as part of the team and more for myself. The game has 4 mode variants: Defend, Hunt, Nest, and Rescue. But each game mode boils down to the same thing. All of them just lead to a final fight between the monster and the hunters. So each game mode feels exactly the same. The game comes across as such a deliberate DLC cash grab. For the full price as for the game, there's not enough content to hold you for more than 3 weeks. It's a shame though, since the game offers such a unique kind of multiplayer experience. All in all, I'll give this game a rating of 7.8. Buy it at full price if you really want to play something different. I'd recommend buying it on half price or on sale. And now to explain my scoring system, I'll basically be giving out a score for each game out of 10. And I'll also be giving you a rating based on how many games you buy each year and a recommendation for those ratings. Whether the game is worth buying, buying it on sale, or renting it, borrowing it from your friend, or letting it die.
The beast is there. I am shielding. Prepare to die, Goliath!
Fuck with the wrong motherfucker, motherfucker.